So first thing I usually like to do is I will brush my brows like so. I just like to brush it because, you know, you don't want any flyaways or any like hairs sticking that way and that way and that way. You just want it all to go into the same direction. So now, first thing I like to do is I start from the middle. So yeah, I just kind of start filling in areas where I don't have any hair, or like any areas that seem a little bald to me. So I'm filling it in, and then once I get to the tail, I drag it down, going into the same direction that my tail would usually go. However, I add a little more, make it a little longer. Yeah, I know, I'm crazy. Just want to keep brushing it so all the product is dispersed. Now we can start angling the bottom of the brow. So what I love about this brow definer is it makes it so easy. If you can see, it makes it really easy to kind of angle, and it kind of guides you. So I use a really light hand. When I first started doing my brows, girl, I did not know what a light hand meant. So I pull it up like that. And then now we're gonna go right here to the top of the brow. Also here, you wanna be really careful. I mean, you can overdraw and then clean it up with concealer. I clean it up with concealer all the time. But you know, the more careful you are, the less work you have to do. So with my arch, I am okay with this arch. Like, I am totally fine with it. But if I wanted, I can bring it up a little higher, round it a little bit more at the tail so it just looks, you know, like that's my real arch, but it's not. And then we brush it again. I know a lot of people usually do the brush up technique to like create fake hair strokes, but I don't know, for some reason for me it's just kind of hard for me to do that, because I don't know if you can tell, but my natural brows, they kind of go, they don't really have just a straight up stroke. So yeah, do that. At this point, I like my brows. However, I want it a little higher. So I am going to add a little more to the top. So now we're gonna clean our brows up. This is just a flat Morphe concealer brush. It's from their 18-piece vegan brush set. My Maybelline Master Conceal in Light. This is gonna help me clean up my brows. I just put a little bit on the back of my hand, like this much. I'm honestly not even gonna use this much because I really don't use like a ton of concealer to clean up my brows. Okay, so first thing I do is I definitely clean this part up. Like so. Just kind of carve out where I want it to go. You don't need a lot of concealer. I know some tutorials use like a lot of concealer. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't have anything against that. I just feel like you don't need it. We're gonna take our brush without using any new concealer, without putting any concealer in it. We're just gonna bring it out like that, just to give it more of a natural gradient. And then we do this, just to clean it up. And you see how that just gives my brow more of a gradient than having it the same color throughout the whole brow. I'm gonna take my essence what is it? Make Me Brow. It is a brow gel with fibers in it. Alright, so I just brush through more on like, you know, the tail in the middle rather than the front of my brow. Like so. And then I take my finger and I kind of like push the hairs a little bit if they're still not going where I want them to go. Like that. And there you have it. That's my brow.